as it's all going down right there. Bus splitting up the map right now. Who knows? Maybe it could just be the teammate lineup not quite going into his favor here. As we jump back, Zayt, Saf, and Stretch here opting to go back to Caddy's corner. This is the second game in a row now since the exit of Wavy, Jacob, Reet, Tomas, Innocent, Scoped, and Tifu here. And now they're just claiming it up. And in exchange, Casker, Illis, and Schmeck have taken what they left behind. So, but I see that Jack found the Elim here. So Eclipse, Acorn, and Jack now have one. That's probably going to be on Grandma, right?
Yeah, and I think, or it might have been on Tabs, who was down before as well. While Justice tries to go straight in to finish off a trio, note that only one has kind of gone down this entire time. Threat2 was kind of at the bottom spot in, I believe, game 3 of 8. Was looking to just kind of use his momentum, travel upwards on the leaderboard throughout all these games. Now he's taken out. He was the reason these guys did not get eliminated, his trio at least. And now he's not here anymore, Monster. That's got to be tragic for the mentor.
So tragic indeed here. As we saw that having a two-man team is not the way to go, not by any means. But no, now they're also in the low ground. Grenades and stinkers coming in. You can see how much they have to expend just to stay alive. It doesn't matter. The angles are being opened up. Pure Day is going to hit the guys that are out from the whirlpool. And yes, he is going to manage to get away just barely. The first of any, honestly, in the competition to catch like 2 games in the Elite. We haven't seen it happen all day today in the Elite Cup. So can another team be one of the only ones to catch 2 victory royales against the best players in only 8 games? We'll see.
I mean, it's a tall order. There's only 2 games left. There's so many trios that deserve it. Kanata, Bakikiro are one of them. And all of them are kind of pulling their own weight right now. 41 total eliminations, Monster. I will repeat my words once again. Ooh. While Fernando actually gets taken out. Wait a second, everything's switching up from what's happening in-game. We'll talk about that in a sec. Zextro, finally active in this mid-game, gets a quick knock on a Fernando, and while Zone is coming, this revive might be really hard to hit.
That is true. I mean, the big snipe right there is going to put him down, and Zextro knows this is a crucial elim and a point for them to make, but no, instead, they're going to hit the whirlpool on out. They're going to fly out of here with the opportunity that Zextro opened up for his crew here, so free rotate for them. Another team nearby, though. We know Colazo and Tabs did not have Grandma, but it doesn't matter. Rokane peeks a little too long, and Tabs hits him with a big, heavy snipe to the face.
I mean, that hunting rifle hits different. You're just basically standing there, I don't know, calculating for maybe a bit too long. Rokane now taken out, a revive, though, traded, so Fernando's up to kind of defend. Colazo, though, has to make it through all the way, not only past this trio, but in zone, past Authority, to the next one. That's North. I mean, you could not stack the odds against them by any means, and he might actually go down to a build. Dude, what is going on?
First of all, I'd be lying if I said I didn't dodge that snipe IRL, and also did not just feel very scared for Tabs as he jumped off into that land. And look, Colazo nearly takes the same fall.
Did he knock himself?
Yes, he did. He hits the bill, so Colazo actually falls. He falls for the old trap. Put a couple bills down beneath the whirlpool right there. Oh my gosh. Imagine falling into the waterfall. Could it be me, buddy?
I mean, he could actually provide like a set of fresh eyes. Like a lot of the times people start to play very similarly. They don't have and ask the same questions as a lot of other newer players do. With Summer in the mix, especially with the trio, it could look really good. Unknown, though, goes back with his trio, Prosecutor, Mikey, and they look to get all this loot out and then travel the zone again.
And Polarized, though, who are just alive. Last 2 here, the 2 griefers themselves, kind of hanging out. Let's see how it's going to play out. Ooh, he's going to get a big shot in on Mikey. It's not going to be enough. Slacks is going to find Arab, though. And now he's in the box with Polarized. And the 2-way from the front and the back here get taken out. No way to defend against that one when they jump into your box. It's all over. Colazo out of the competition we saw from earlier. But it's okay because Grandma has managed to find his trio. He found Tabs. Through all that, through the zone where I thought he was going to get taken out, he's somehow in a fairy tale meeting here, end up finding Grandma and Tabs now.
Hey, we hashtag, bring Grandma home. We finally did it. How long will this home last? How are they going to be paying the rent with 1 player down? Not many bills. At least I think Tabs has a lot, but they're probably split over from Grandma. The loadout's looking good enough, but to end this game with just 2 players, you're going to have to take out multiple other trios. 3 seconds just left. We'll see exactly where Zone decides to pop. The entire circle's looking like planet Earth, half water, half land. I know that might not be a proper geographical fact, but hey, looks kind of cool. And we move all the way over towards the top left where not many teams are. And so the entire server now has to move. There will be a lot of launch pads. There will be a lot of investment. Who is in the best spot and who has the hardest time getting there?
I love that they're already prepared as well to get the shockwave bounce right there. You saw them setting up for the full team rotate. That's the benefits of doing your due diligence, especially on how to use that shockwave, the mythic one. It allows you to cut across the fields. Still seeing Bugha, Jamper, and Avery in the game bounce back from that nade spam is very, very promising for our team right here. They're looking for elims. They're looking for frags, trying to drop a team down into their box. That team's going to respond with some big stinkers here to fend them off. Now, all of a sudden, they buy themselves a few more opportunities from up above, but how long will that last here as the half in, half out is forcing players towards them? I don't think they want to stay dormant down here in the low ground. Not for very long.
They might have to, by any means. They just want that throne back 100%, Monster. With the zone finally starting to close in, they'll take things carefully and slow. Meanwhile, Unknown will be on the opposite gear, moving up layers in front of charged shotguns. Basically, the fangs of multiple snakes in front of them. Trying to dodge these venomous bites. Mikey actually harping all the way in. It's going to be hard mats, so they will be able to see them through this metal. All the trios around. Unknown will try to just clap back slightly to buy some type of room for his trio. It's enough. 8 eliminations, though. This man is the king of aggressive gameplay, of finishing out every pick he can get. Macwood getting taken out on rotation. I think it's going to be all up to Calc, unless he was the last alive. I didn't see a knock there, Monster.
That's right, and I mean, that's it. That team's pretty much on the back ends here. Not great day of competition for the trio FNCS champs, but that's okay. Everyone has their days here. Did you see Dubs up above by himself? We knew earlier, like, Mega and Dubs had so much good loot. They had everything that they needed. That's so unfortunate, but no, oh, actually, okay, so Dubs does have Mega and Assault. I thought for a second there he lost his trio because they were so situated. It does not surprise me that they're up above here as Assault's kind of hovering around now, trying to see what he can find for elims down below, probably grabbing up some extra mats. You can see all the other teams that are still alive. Bugha's crew just below. Tabs and Grandma still in the game, looking to score some points. Remember, they are in top 3, so we have the top 3 teams still in this running here, Shyo. It's everyone's game.
Everyone's game, but I think Zayt will be the one controlling it in just a few zones. I saw that shockwave launcher when we tuned in, and it had about 8 charges, 8 rockets to use. Saf now flying in right below height. I might have not cursed, but predicted what will happen to Dubs, Mega, and Assault up top. They're controlling things for now, but we know how volatile this height can get.
There it is.
Big 90s with peppers, actually. It's just natural for Stretch to move all the way up. He's cranking up against Dubs, two of the best builders in the entire community, going head-to-head against each other all the way to the top. Charged shotguns back-to-back, attack versus the charge. Dubs getting third-partied. They're so high up. Meanwhile, Bugha's all the way down low trying to control things. Zayt tries to call things off. Stretch has height.
It's the second time they've done this. Pepper and then take height between Saf and Stretch, perfectly executed right there with Zayt using that shockwave to kind of back them all up. Launchpad's going to come out. That means Dubs is coming down and trying to find his team here, but it's not going to be enough as he's trying to get to Assault. He gets beamed out of the sky, hovering too long, and all of a sudden now Mega also gets taken out by Prosecutor, so he falls into Unknown squad with Mikey, who's in the mid game, and that's going to be their 11th or 12th elim, and Assault looking for some revenge here, but it's not going to be enough. He gets taken out by Grandma A30, so that's another point for the top 3rd team who's in this running right now. This is getting closer and closer as the competition rolls on. I still see Bugha and Jamper in the mid-ground too with Avery alive.
It's getting absolutely insane here over in this endgame. Height holders getting triumphed over after that. Mid-grounders surviving from impossible odds. Grandma finding Tabs, though. Right now, Stretch goes down. The man who took height now loses it and his life. Another quick 90 coming up from Mikey, who's trying to get his game started. Zayt, though, blocks it, gets shot down, has to drop all the way down to the water, away from Saf, who's now left alone on height. No shields available. His last mini getting popped. No shockwaves. A launch pad that he can't actually use. It's blocked from up top.
Ooh.
You'll hear the charges. He gets hit harder, though. A big explosion takes Zayt, Saf, and Stretch out of the competition.
Too early, too soon, and that's going to be some serious placement points they lose out on as Bugha and Jamper are still in the game with Avery. A full trio is so scary, and Rogue Shark finds... Okay, so he manages to get up to his teammates as well. If they have grenades or rockets to spare here, this is going to be so huge for them. As they set up the launch pad, they're trying to get across to the field here, saving as much as they can. Only 50 material, though, Shyo, so he's looking to jump into the box right now. You don't want to hit that pad, not by any means. Rogue Sharks all up in the crossfire right now, and no, he's going to get taken out. Cannot find his way to safety, and that was a bad play, bad call, as they are now falling apart. They're crumbling here. Has a great by himself. Probably going to get taken out right now.
1 HP, has the great could become, has the legend, but it's not possible. Degen, no, it's Casker, ends up taking him out. Knight as well, Shark taken out too, so that's the end of that trio's run for this game. 9 people though left alive, 4 different trios. They're looking all for the win. Everyone held up on just one pyramid floor. Finally, they start to carve out. Taki though, taking out Casker, Stinks all the way around. They have the shockwave launcher too, Monster. It could be anyone's game.
That's right, and they are down there, and who's down there too? It's Booga who's gonna find Taki right there with a big charge shot to the mouth, and that's going to be a huge point for them. Remember, they were in first place coming in. You have to think they're going to be in first place coming out with how many elims they're finding right now. That's going to be 6 for the crew, and very high placement, second place now. It's up to Avery and Jamper. Can they overthrow the full trio from up above in the water? It's not looking very likely here, Shyo. The final moments now. The shockwave's coming out.
What?
No way! He shot him back, though. It was just enough. How our competitors are doing here today. Take it from the top here, though, Shyo, because I see Kanata, Bucky, and Creo taking it all away because of their elims alone.
Yeah, I mean, 107 points. They had an 11-point lead before, and now